love to know why this project and why now.
Because it's so good. The script was so good, and Issa López, magnificent writer, magnificent director, and also a really fun person that I adore. So those things combined, I think, to make the experience so special. I knew that it was going to be. I knew that it was going to be life changing.
What has been the most fulfilling part of being here tonight after going through this experience of you have kind of the all-star mentor and then actors that are making their debut? What has that been like?
Well, first of all, it's a celebration. Me and the people that you've seen walk this carpet embarked on an insane adventure. It was insanity. We were going to tackle trying to revive the feeling of a series that people miss desperately and love passionately. And we were going to do it in very harsh conditions, in the Arctic, in the dark. And when we embarked on it, all of us were like, we have to be insane. This is madness. And we did well. And we had a beautiful time. And we loved making it. And it came together. You never know when you're making it. You hope for the best, but you want it to come together, and it did come together. So now getting together with all the people that through all the stages made it with me, from conception to final mix, from the performers that work with me every night, not day, and get all of us together, dolled up, and say we made it. It's just the best feeling.
How are you feeling tonight? What's this moment like?
It's surreal. It feels amazing. It feels very fun, a fun atmosphere. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
What is it like, being here and looking back at, I guess I would love to know maybe the whole process of like the experience of working with your cast members and what stood out for you from that.
Such a supportive cast. I mean, from the writer, Issa López, she's an absolute goddess. I mean, she wrote such a great story, but she was so collaborative, so open to hear everybody else's ideas. We were able to bring our creative vision and match her creative vision and just work. It was so collaborative, and it was like a fun family. I mean, we were in these frigid temperatures, in this dark, in this country for X amount of months. It was just such an amazing place, and it was comfortable where we were able to work and do the best work possible. I know everything's not going to be like this, and they spoiled me.
What would you say your personal process, your process was for getting into character? What was that like?
Issa constructed such an amazing character in Navarro, in Danvers as well, but I was kind of, being new to this and kind of developing my own type of method was basically just asking Navarro to show herself to me because, these characters Issa holds so pure to her. So I had an idea, but I had no idea who Navarro was, and that's the beauty of Navarro. So I asked her to, just show me who you are. Well, when you're ready, we'll work together kind of thing. And, it was fun to build a backstory on her. My husband and I, he's so creative in his own right. We kind of would play this game, like, even though it has nobody watching would ever know her backstory, but it was fun just to be able to kind of, where did she grow up? What did her sister do? It was just amazing to be able to build that off of it. But I made Navarro a Scorpio, so she would do things on her own time. And I'm a Scorpio rising, so it was very familiar.
Love it. Building off of that, what would you say Navarro's favorite song is, if she had a favorite song?
I mean, it was Spice Girls, Wanna. That's her and her sister's favorite song, so she got it. I mean, and it's so funny because looking at Navarro, you think it's like, corn or something like really hard, but nah, man, Spice Girls. Navarro likes Spice Girls.
Do you have a funny moment on set that sticks out that kind of like took you out, or was like that comes to mind?
There's a lot of funny moments. All the Jodie fans have to know she's hilarious. She's such an amazing partner to work with, but there was one time where her character Danvers had to get Navarro away from a situation, and we just kept going, and I fell on top of her. We rolled out a camera view. It was so hilarious, and my hair's everywhere. It was really funny, but the whole time there's like a whole 5 minutes worth of bloopers that we were always laughing, always having a good time, and it was such a dark story to tell and an amazing story to tell, but we had such that family-oriented communal type of vibe, and it was a great time on set.
My last question for you is, what did you learn about yourself as an actress?
I'm capable, and I'm supposed to be here, and I I was pretty sure I knew how to, move on my toes, so to speak, and kind of, in the moment act, but to also trust myself and trust the failure even more and learn from it. It was just an amazing thing. And there's a quote, I'm misquoting it, but I hope you can achieve the dreams you never dream. And I've never dreamed of this. I could never dream of this. And I'm here standing, and I never seen faces like this, like mine on screen. Shout out to Lily Gladstone for winning that Golden Globe. I mean, it's our time. We're here. And we're telling our stories and having good people, having, the collaborative sense of community to tell our stories, and also the good allies to understand what we're doing, what we're here to do.
What are you hoping viewers take away from this season? And yeah.
I think, for me at least, the interesting thing was all these characters, the duality, the nuances of being a part of a community, but also having to fight your own internal demons and stories, and whatever comes with that.
How did you approach tackling your character?
Spent a lot of time getting to know her. I wrote her diary actually for each day of these stories, and in the past exploring, what would Julia Navarro do or think in these situations, and why is it that she's doing what she's doing.
Going off of that, you said you wrote a diary. What would you say your character's favorite song is?
It's Life on Mars by David Bowie.
Wow, that's a good one. What on set, do you have a moment or a scene that sticks out to you that you can maybe tell us about?
And it's a specific scene where I get to release all the emotions of my character, and I think for me as an actor, getting to play that, but also for her to get that out in this intense little small community.
My last question for you is, what did you learn about yourself as an actress throughout this process that you hope to take with you?
Everything. This is my first role, so it was also navigating in a space, also thinking, about representing certain people, certain community, but also adding the layer of nuance to, this character, and being who she is outside of her community as well.
How did you prepare for this role specifically?
For this role specifically, I think the most interesting thing I did was, I'm from London, so I have kind of no idea about life in Alaska in a broader sense. Issa, our incredible writer, director, showrunner, producer, so many things, but she had been to Alaska to research, and she had met this young guy called Peach. And Peach he's not from Alaska, he's from further down south, but he had moved to Alaska and had married a native woman. Prior, my character is married to a native woman. And I would talk to Peach just about how life was in Alaska, just to get like a picture of it. And I think at the start, I felt pressure to ask quite like profound questions about it. But then it just kind of turned into like, what did you eat for breakfast, Peach? Like, what kind of music did you like to? And I think that was maybe the most important piece of prep I did for this role.
And in that process, what did you learn about yourself as an actor, whether that was in the prep or on set?
I think I learned that nerves are a real problem for me, and I get anxious. And the way to be so good at this, like all of the ladies here and JD over there, is to be calm. And I think I learned to be proud of myself and carry myself with a straight back. And I don't really know confidence. I think confidence is what I learned to achieve.
And what was it like working with your cast members?
Pretty good. Yeah. There's no one in the cast I didn't get on with. I mean, I wouldn't tell you if there was anyway, but no, like seriously, there was like no one who I don't completely adore, and I'm so grateful I met all of them. I think it's really weird because it's obviously like there's a lot of indigenous cast. this isn't a world I would have had access to in London, and I can't think of any other instance where I would have met these incredible people and these incredible talented people, and yeah, I'm just very grateful to have worked with them.
My last question for you is, do you have a favorite moment on set or a specific scene that you were filming that just sticks out to your mind?
Yeah, we have this incredible first AD, Richard Gracemark. Richard, for anyone who knows him, always wears a uniform, and he will wear like a pop collar shirt, a vest, a vest and cargo shorts. And I think in the last week of filming, one by one, all of the crew started with like camera, then it became ADs, would all go and get changed one by one and come back in this uniform. And you were kind of like, it took me a while to, what's everyone doing? And then you turn around, everyone's dressed as Richard Gracemark. That really sticks out in my mind, just also as like a big like moment of like unity and how much everyone loved each other on set. It was a very happy set, but there's lots of moments, yeah.